Well, good morning, everybody. I stopped with the projects for a while, or for a little bit, I should say, and I hurried up and got up to the cabin, and this is the field that we planted for the food plot, and it is very tall. This is ryegrass on the outside, and then where I tilled up with the truck, that's Egyptian wheat, and it goes all the way around. And there's a couple burn spots, so I don't know what happened there. And then come into the Egyptian wheat, and then we've got, I have to look at the packages, but I believe this was soy or sugar beet, but I think it was mixed with radish, and I think the only thing that took off was the radish, but it could be a mix of both. We won't know until fall time, I guess, but it did really good. The deer are already out here. We actually got out here in a deer, we parked, checked this out first, and then the deer come onto the field while we were standing on it, so they really must be liking this field. So it's Sunday today, so watch my step. I don't want to break any of this. And where did I see them at? Right here. Some apples. There's quite a bit of them, so we're gonna have really good apples this year, which I figured we would with how many flowers were out when I planted this. So yeah, we don't use that no more. It's junk. Can't use them. No baiting here. That's why there's cobwebs and it's all cracked. So I'm gonna check this, or I pulled this card, but we'll check it when we get back. I got a card. I want to see if it'll work in here. Of course not. It's camera. Alright, so I'm going to pull this camera down. And we'll just come back out and change it out, or if I find a card that works, we'll see. But sorry about that. Alright, that card did not work in there, so we are going to walk out of here. Brought the camera back with us. We'll get back to the cabin and look it over, and then we'll show you the buckwheat field when I set up that trail cam, as I brought my trail cameras up. Grandpa leaves his up here, so we put one of these out during turkey season. Oh, a clover that I also planted is doing really good. Definitely wish I would have done more clover, but it's in like patches, so it's alright. This is more a rifle hunting area out here anyway. And I brought Bailey up with me this time. So, and the gas saver. hold that. So we'll see you back at the cabin. Alright, we got back to the cabin here and got the cellular stealth cam out. Batteries are brand new in here. So I got the app sent back to my phone because I got a new phone. So I got that. This is all set up. I put a new card in. This is for another trail cam. I took one of my old cards and put it in Grandpa's, so he's all set. And then took that card, looked through it. It died, like, or it didn't die. It filled up. It's only a 512 megabyte. It filled up with all the birds and turkey and a lot of deer, a lot of bucks that are starting to grow their horns around the May 24th. And then you can see a lot of deer with like their winter fur still shedding off around May. And it is June
30th.
June 30th. So I got my camera set up, and it is cellular stealth cam. I don't know if I went over this last year or not. I think I just bought it and put it up because I had the Moultrie XV6000 that I found online or marketplace, and I bought that. And then it came with the stealth cam solar panel, but that one kept dying with that solar panel. So we're buying a new box here, hopefully before hunting season, for that camera. So we'll have 2 cellular cameras out. And this one worked really good with that fold-up cellular charging pack. You'll see a lot of those online. They work really good with the smaller cameras because they don't use a lot of battery life. So I got the card in here cleared and set up on my phone. And this card is for another camera that we're going to set up around September, I think. Yeah, Labor Day weekend we come up and we set up all the trail cams. But this one I wanted to get up to keep an eye on like the buckwheat and the other food plots. So we're gonna put this one up, and that one's gonna go up on Grandpa's food plot to watch that one. That one's not cellular, so we have to check that as we come up here. So this one I'm gonna set up on the buckwheat field to see like if that's what that is attracting or what's walking through. So we're gonna go back out and I'll show you the buckwheat field. So camera set up, went through the card. This is for another card. So I think we're all set. Alright, stay tuned. Buckwheat. Alright, so we're at the buckwheat field. As you can see, it's grown. Some of it's almost knee high and some of it's only like a couple inches, but we're getting a lot of rain here coming up. We had rain a couple days ago, so we got my trail cam. We gotta find the sunny spot to put it. Don't step on the buckwheat. Thinking about putting it where I had it last year, because that sun comes right through that canopy pretty good right here. And I've got Bailey behind the camera, so if it's a little shaky, blame it on her. Go hold that for me. That'll work perfect. My tree stands right behind you, and then we'll face it off of that way, and then whatever comes down, twisted. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it or see it, but it's pretty windy out.
It is.
Alright, so we got the trail cam set up. See them pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, go ahead and face me, 'cause I didn't go over this. This is the solar panel I was telling you about. And it just folds. And then there's a battery pack in here, which has got 2 bars on it, but once the sun gets on it, it'll fully charge it up, and it makes those batteries last a lot longer. I always put it as high as I can. Looks like we might be getting some more rain up here.
Yeah.
That or it might be clouds just passing over, I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to rain until Sunday, last I seen. And they make these cables that go to the trail cam so long. If I had a ladder, I bet you I could make it go all the way up there.
Yeah. All the way up.
Not that high.
I mean, if you went up that high, you wouldn't be able to do anything, really.
But they make these cables so long. So we're just going to toss it into the tree so it's off the ground. And then you just plug it in to the bottom of the trail cam. Just like so. It's already on a tilt, so. And there's two knobs, one for folding it up, another knob for tilting where you want it. But I see that there's a hole in the canopy right there, so I got it facing that way. And then as the sun goes over, it'll catch it too. So I keep it on an incline and turn. So I think that'll work. Turn the trail cam on. Wait for the green light. And it's active. And that is it. Really that easy. Except for the part you do before this. But I've only planted, I think I only did 100. No.
Maybe over 100.
No, I think I only did 20 pounds of
Holy crap.
buckwheat. Might not even be that much, but I think it was 20 pounds. And to do a quarter of an acre, like what I had here, I would have to do 300 pounds, and I didn't know that at the time. And what I was going to do, until the gas prices went skyrocket,
Yeah.
I was going to add to it every time we came up every weekend or every other weekend. So it'll thicken it up. But it actually turned out not bad. So what I'm going to do in the fall is I'm going to throw brassica inside of it, and then I'll just got the cultipator on the quad, and I'll just mow it over top. So the seeds will be underneath, and hopefully that'll stop the birds from taking all my seed. So I know next year I'm going to order the buckwheat early, and then I'll have the whole 300 pounds so that I need. You can see that they're getting chewed on here, but they'll still grow. Huh?
That squirrel scared me.
Oh.
And he just jumped out the tree.
Jumped out of the tree. Did you catch that?
No.
You didn't catch it on camera?
No.
Oh man.
This squirrel, it spooked me, and it was running up the branch, and suddenly we just see it go plop onto the floor.
And then I think next year when we do the buckwheat, so the birds don't get into the buckwheat seed, I'm gonna throw hay over top.
Freaking
Alright.
things.
So yeah, the bugs are getting bad. It's getting warm out. It's supposed to be in the 90s today. And then some more rain through the weekend. So we're going to set up one more trail cam, which is Grandpa's. And we're going to head home. Alright, we got back from the cabin. And it's not as windy back at home, but we got quite a bit done. So Jaden power washed the porch for us while we were gone, and that'll show us like pretty much what boards need to be replaced this year. And my wife, she planted some flowers in her beds finally, it looked like. So they're finally coming up. So we got the porch pretty good. Should have power washed the tops a little bit, but that's alright. We can bleach it and power wash it. And then we got home. We got some more stuff out of the yard. Still got to figure out how to get the snowblower in here and my tree stands. But we got some more stuff in here. Got the table saw up here. And I tried doing, like, stripping those two boards that you've seen me do, which did really good with the planer, which I'll show you that real quick. Where is the planer? Oh, it's over there. Haven't got the shelves up yet, so everything's still unorganized. But I gotta figure out if I can get a replacement base for this, because we beat it up pretty good on the branches, and it probably swiveled a little bit and probably caught the blades, because I can see the blades are wore out. So I got to get a new base and blades, figure out how to replace those, so we can get that back up and going. And I got my old chainsaw out, which I left all the chains for the chainsaw up north. Should have grabbed them when I was up there. So I'm gonna get more chains for that anyway. So I'm gonna get both chainsaws up and going, one up back at home, one up at the cabin. So starting to get organized a little bit. But the next step, before we do that again, I'm going to go on Amazon and get one of those $30, they call them, but they just slide against a 2x4, and you just screw it in, and then you just take your chainsaw and you just rip the sides. So I'm going to do that with with the rest of the spruce. It'd be a lot easier and faster, and then it'll just, the excess we can just burn in the fire pit throughout the summer. Yeah, the pool's still here, so that's gonna happen. The shed's still up, but I've got plans for that still. But I got a 5-day week, or we did a little bit of work around the yard Friday, Saturday. Went up to the cabin yesterday. Now today's 4th of July, so that's 4 days, and I go back to work tomorrow. So we've been doing a lot around the house for the past 4 days, cleaning inside, outside. But it's been like I said yesterday, it's been like in the 90s, and it's supposed to even get warmer this week. So we've been coming out here early in the morning, getting stuff done, and then we'll work inside, and then we'll just do it again. But we're running out of time now. But at least the cabin looks good. The buckwheat's doing good. When I went up there, I should have added to it. But we took all of our money this weekend and did what we could do around the house. So next year, we're definitely going to do that. Now I can already hear the fireworks on 4th of July. Actually, I've been hearing them all weekend. But we've got green beans Ange has already picked a good freezer bag full of them already, which just for this little bit you get like a good Ziploc bag. It's doing really good. So she wants me to plant more next year, which is fine because I got plenty of spacing in between. We could add more. Beefsteak tomatoes are doing really good. The radishes are done already. They've I can't think of what they call it, but they flowered out or got shocked or something. But yeah, they flower out after a while because it gets warm. I got the pickling cucumbers, which there's a cucumber right on top. You see it behind that flower. You can zoom in. It should be right on the edge. Right there. Nice cucumber. Right there starting. So that's the pickling cucumber. And we got carrots over there. We got peppers over there. We got peppers mixed in with my tomatoes somehow. I don't know if you can zoom in, but there's green peppers already on that first one. Yep, right there. Right there. Some little bitty peppers right there. We got some bulb onions. We got the red, the white, and these are regular not bushing cucumbers, vine cucumbers, which we got them vining up, even though they found the tomatoes. But the tomatoes are doing good. Cherry tomatoes not so good, so those might not work this year. But next year we're gonna plant them in this one, so it's gonna go regular tomato, peppers, and then cherry tomatoes there, and then these cucumbers are going to go in the bigger bed, which are where the peppers are, where Jaden's showing right now, because this is where we had the radishes and they already flowered up, so they weren't growing no more. So we got that done. We're supposed to have a week straight of rain. So we got the boat cover on that boat, and then we have the boat cover on that boat, which looks like it needs to be put back on, Jaden, before we leave. So we're going to get that done. But we are done for the weekend. We're going to go enjoy some swimming and fireworks, and we'll see you next weekend.